Begin with breaking news. Some scary moments at the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital after a man comes in and claims he stabbed someone. Matthew Torres is live outside the hospital in West End with the latest. And Matthew, where did this alleged attack happen?
Well, the actual attack happened at Fort Negley, but the suspect, after allegedly stabbing this victim twice in the arm, then proceeded to come here to the Children's Hospital, walk in with his hands in the air and saying out loud that he isn't armed, however, that he had just stabbed that victim. Again, this all happened at first at Fort Negley just before 10 o'clock last night. And that suspect is Robert Dieter, who's obviously now in Metro Jail this morning. When he was inside Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, a sergeant actually with the Vanderbilt police heard what he said, quickly detained him, and that's when he started to admit everything that happened just before. And according to Metro Police, Dieter got into an argument with this victim, and apparently we don't know what the argument was about, but that the victim said something that really ticked him off to the point where he pulled out a knife and stabbed him again twice in the back and the shoulder. This morning, that victim is going to be okay. However, for Dieter, he is now in jail, facing several charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and public intoxication. Reporting live, at Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
All right, Matthew, thanks a lot. Right now, a massive manhunt is underway in Kentucky after an inmate broke out of a correctional facility overnight. News Channel 5's Kimberly Davis in studio with us on this story. And Kimberly, police say this woman was not wearing inmate clothing by the time she finally made it out of there.
Steve, good morning. Yes, Kentucky State Police say she stripped the clothing she was last seen in and left it outside the prison. We're told she took off from the prison grounds in a stolen vehicle, and law enforcement is not taking this escape lightly. This is who police are on the lookout for. Deputies noticed that 40-year-old Lastia Shreves of Cecilia, Kentucky was missing around 9 o'clock last night. Shreves was serving time for a probation violation for a felony offense. She violated probation for her charges of first-degree possession of a controlled substance, distribution of methamphetamine, and burglary. This is the vehicle law enforcement believe Shreves might be driving. Around 9:12 last night, Kentucky State Police received a report of a stolen vehicle from a residence near the Western Kentucky Correctional Complex. The vehicle is described as a maroon 1997 Ford F-150 with a Kentucky license plate of 8472, C as in Charles, G as in George. How she escaped is still under investigation at this hour, but if you have any information that could help law enforcement find Shreves, Kentucky State Police is asking that you give them a call at 1-800-222-5555. Send it back to you at the desk.
Kimberly, thank you. After several days on the run, a fugitive wanted in 2 states gets nabbed in Middle Tennessee. James Gray was captured just before 5 yesterday afternoon at a home on Sullivan Bend Road in Mount Juliet. Investigators say the 24-year-old fled Florida after robbing a bank earlier this month. And then on Tuesday, we're told he tried to rob someone outside of Walmart. Gray is now facing multiple charges, including robbery.
More than a year after a gruesome murder of a toddler, the child's mom and her former boyfriend are now behind bars. Miranda Hunt and Wayne Jones, pictured here, facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder. Nashville police say Hunt's 1-year-old son, Hayden Eldridge, was unresponsive when he was rushed to Vanderbilt back in January of last year. Now, Hunt told the doctors that the little boy had had an allergic reaction to shrimp. However, when he died just days later, doctors discovered no, there was brain trauma from being beaten. Hayden's father, the biological dad, tells us he never believed that whole shrimp story anyway. But now knowing what really happened has only caused more pain.
I want to say happy, but it's because it's more than one life lost, really, over some ignorance. I just know why my son ain't here no more. So it's just unbelievable situation. Still can't believe it.
Hunt is expected in court March 23rd. Jones, right there on the right, was arrested down in Mississippi, and he's awaiting extradition back here to the Nashville area. Amy?
A tragic update now to a bizarre shooting last week in Antioch. Police say Corvell Conley passed away yesterday after surgery complications. Last Thursday, the 21-year-old was behind the wheel at the intersection of Rural Hill Road and Bridgecrest Drive when police say his passenger shot him in the face before running off. If you have any information, call Crime Stopper 615-74-CRIME. And the man seen in this surveillance video is no longer a suspect in a deadly shooting last month. Police say the man used Hugo Alfero's debit card a day after Alfero was shot and killed in the parking lot of the Stone Ridge Apartments in Antioch. We're told that this man contacted police after seeing the story and is cooperating with detectives.
A former school treasurer is now facing charges after she apparently put thousands of school dollars in her own pockets. Investigators say that Beth Christie, pictured right here, swiped $7,000 over a 2-year period from the West Cheatham Elementary PTO. She confessed to using the money for personal expenses. She's now facing theft charges this morning.
And keep an eye out for this guy. Franklin police say William Earp nearly ran someone over during a failed shoplifting attempt. We're told Earp took off after he was caught trying to steal from TJ Maxx on January 11th. He's facing felony theft and reckless driving charges. If you see him, call Williamson County Crime Stoppers.